As we saw in the tutorial about the notes, music is mostly composed of a restrained group of notes we call a scale. In this tutorial we are going to talk about scales of 7 notes. By default, the C major scale is displayed on the Dew Touch. If we put the index finger on the C and the following ones on the green path, we get a C major 7. Doing the same with the pinky on the C at the octave, we get a D minor 7. Thus, we can see that the C major scale is composed of 2 tetrades, major 7 beginning with the C and minor 7 ending with the C. So we can play the scale alternatively on the left and right. This is what we call the dualo principle. A scale is a tonality, C for example, and a mode, major for example. A mode is composed of a primary and a dual tetrade. For example, major mode is composed of major 7 and minor 7. We can get the same mode when we change tonality. For example, we can choose E major. We get the same pattern, sounding the same but more acute. It also works if we start from the right with the D major scale. We still have a major 7 chord on the tonality and a dual minor chord on the other side. Keeping the same tonality, we can change the mode. For example, minor, with a primary minor 7 chord and a half diminished dual chord. It's the natural minor mode commonly used. The Dorian mode is composed of 2 minor 7. It looks like minor mode but has a major 6. We can usually find this mode in funk music. We also call it the D mode because it has the same notes as a C major but starting from the D. Let's get back to the pattern of C major, pretending that this key is orange. We have the 2 minor tetrades on each side, it's the Dorian mode. This is what Dorian mode is also called D mode. Doing the same starting from the E, we have minor 7 and major 7. This is the Phrygian mode, or E mode, with its minor 2nd. We can find this mode in flamenco. Starting from the 6th note, the A, we have the natural minor mode we saw earlier, with its minor 7 and half diminished chord. From the major mode we can build 7 modes, each starting from one of its notes. These 7 modes form the melodic major family. There are other families of modes. For example, harmonic minor, composed of a minor major 7 and a half diminished chords. It's the most commonly used mode in Europe, same as natural minor but with the major 7s. Starting from the 5th note we get the dominant Phrygian, sounding a little oriental. We have 2 other families, melodic minor, minor major 7 and minor 7, harmonic major, major 7, half diminished. You can find all of the mode families in the Dew Note PDF. There are other modes with 5 notes called pentatonic, 6 notes, 8 notes, symmetrical modes, oriental, Indian, but we'll talk about them in next tutorials. Choose a mode and try to improvise on its like path. First, without overthinking, playing random notes, looking what it sounds like, then by playing patterns at many places. In a nutshell, there are 2 ways to play. Harmonically, playing on one side or the other, and melodically, alternatively on the left and right. Everything sounds good, except maybe playing notes facing each other at the same time. Change modes, explore, try to hear differences between each. Sometimes a single note changes everything. You can also draw a mode by yourself using the dualo principle. For example, in the Dew Note file we can find the double harmonic mode with 2 major 7 chords. To draw it, set the scale key on custom and draw the primary tetrade from the tonality, for example G. Then the dual tetrade from this key, changing naturally to orange. Here we have drawn the G double harmonic scale. You can also create your own modes. Thank you for following this tutorial, and now play on.